Hello, my name is Gino Francesconi and I'm the director of the Archives and the Rose Museum at Carnegie Hall. And today we're going to talk about the holiday season at Carnegie Hall. It's one of my favorite topics because as varied as a rental hall is, you can only imagine how many different types of holiday celebrations we've had at Carnegie Hall in the last 120 years. And they range from the traditional to the unusual to the festive and sometimes wacky. Probably the longest tradition of celebrating the holidays at Carnegie Hall is with Handel's Messiah. It's really extraordinary when you think how many Messiahs we've had here. I mean, here's a program from 1892 for the Oratorio Society. They've been doing Messiahs at Carnegie Hall since 1891. They're doing one this year. We've also had what I consider extraordinary events happen during the holidays, and one happened actually in 1921 on Christmas Day itself when we had a Hanukkah festival, and it was headed by cantor Joseph Rosenblatt, who was considered the greatest cantor of his time. And he presented a concert featuring many different cantors from all over the world. And there were a dozen cantors singing at Carnegie Hall on Christmas Day. One way that people celebrated the holidays at Carnegie Hall was with jazz. And we had some of our greatest jazz moments at Carnegie Hall around the holidays. So this is one of the examples of the jazz events that we had during the holidays. And this one specifically says Christmas Jazz Concert. And look at the cast. You have Dizzy Gillespie and Ella Fitzgerald, Lenny Tristano, Bud Powell. Really remarkable event on Christmas Day. We actually had Carnegie Hall Circus for children, where we had acrobats and trained ponies and the world's smallest trained elephant on stage at Carnegie Hall. Another long-standing tradition at Carnegie Hall is the New York String Orchestra. It first started in 1969 with Alexander Schneider and continues today with Jamie Laredo. This is the first program that Alexander Schneider did. It's Christmas Eve, 1955, midnight. And this is where the evolution starts of what would become the New York String Orchestra. They always played a concert on Christmas Eve. And now imagine this. Sometimes there was snow outside, sometimes there wasn't. The stagehands had hung the hall with evergreens, where already by this time the fragrance throughout the hall was intoxicating. And the orchestra would go out and perform without an intermission. The hall was packed, and it was just a magical moment. And I experienced those many, many times. So from myself and my archives crew, I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday and a safe holiday, and thanks for watching.